All the sides are gathering in and around India. They're getting their last final matches in. They're announcing their teams. And Pakistan are the latest to reveal their team for the World Cup. So to get more details, we are joined by Abdul Ghaffar, the sports journalist and the head of sports for Dawn News. Abdul, thanks very much for joining us here with Kitch and Neeil.
Hello everyone, hello UAE and my favorite place Dubai, Sharjah, missing you a lot.
Hey, which is the favourite, Dubai or Sharjah?
Both of them because my family friends are there, so I equally love them.
That's a good answer. Now, what were the answers given to the Pakistan team while they were sitting and waiting, dearly for the visas to arrive? What was told to them that baith jao, aa rahi hai visa?
I think, can I speak in English or Urdu? What is
Whichever
more
language,
comfortable for you guys?
Whichever language you are okay with. Only the fact is that Kitch would understand if you speak in Urdu.
Okay, let's mix it together because
Perfect.
I think your audience will be both understand English and Urdu as well. आप पहले उर्दू में बात करते हैं. I think आप लोगों के पास आना था उनको 2 दिन पहले. तो चले दुबई तो नहीं आ पाए, लेकिन चले तो आज आपके पास ही रहे ना. और दिस इज ये है दुबई की क्लास के. देखें जी, वर्ल्ड कप खेलने जाना है तो दुबई से होके जाना पड़ेगा. तो दुबई ही आज पाकिस्तान टीम आएगी और फिर कल यहाँ से निकलेंगे ये भारत के लिए. So I think yes, it's a bit annoying for the team. Definitely, whenever you have a travel plan, you don't get the visa on time, and you know that waiting is not a good thing to have. But I think Pakistan, for luckily, I think there's no harm about their cricket preparations because Pakistan anyhow was scheduled to travel to India by Dubai. Even if the visa is on time or not on time, that will be the time tomorrow. So they are reaching India tomorrow on the scheduled time. So they have, I think, time before their game against Sri Lanka and, of course, the Netherlands. On 29th, they are playing against New Zealand in Ahmedabad.
Right.
Their warm-up match. So I think Pakistan, with a very good spirit. Babar today in a press conference mentioned that we are ready for the World Cup. We have good team. We don't bother about the delays and everything. So I think it's a good sign. Pakistan not complaining much. They're now focusing on the cricket and they are focusing on winning the World Cup.
Most of the international players, Australia, New Zealand, England, all have huge experience playing in India, in Indian conditions, IPLs and matches. But Pakistan haven't. Is that going to cause them a problem?
It's a very good question, by the way, because yes, Pakistan and Indian conditions are same, pretty much, the spin dominating and, of course, the high-scoring matches. But the main thing, I think, this Pakistan squad will be tested about they never play in such high capacity and, high attendance ground. And, of course, the Indians, they're known for the Pakistan-India match will be playing in front of 100,000 people. Now, this is something these players haven't experienced yet. Of course, in Pakistan, we have grounds like 25,000, 30,000. But playing in India for the first time, I think, above anything, this will be the test for the Pakistan youngsters because whoever, if you're talking about Shaheen Shah Afridi, you are talking about Fakhar Zaman, you're talking about the world's best player, Babar Azam. But playing for Pakistani players to play their first international major event in India for the first time. Now you can see that except Mohammad Nawaz, who was, in the Pakistan squad for the 2016 World Cup, and of course on a personal note, I was also attended that World Cup in India. I was covering in India the 2016 World T20. So this Pakistan team don't have experience. So I think this is their real test. I think the big occasion, the big crowd, the big noise, the pressure of playing in India, the pressure of playing in World Cup, I think these are the multiple things. I think this is now the role of the team management, the captain, the coaches to, calm down the players, prepare them for the big occasion. But I agree with you. I think it will be the real test for them.
Babar Azam in a press conference said that top 4 is a small goal. We want to come home as winners. Now, that's a very strong statement, and a very positive statement. And we normally say that, cricketers who represent the country are definitely the best of the lot. So there is no shying away from the fact that they are very skilled. But mental preparedness, many teams have mental coaches, mindset coaches who travel with them, who support them. Paddy Upton is one of those guys who was a part of the Indian side that won the World Cup in 2011. Does something like this also work around in the Pakistan circuit?
I think this is a statement of the captain who was recently number 1 in the world. This is a statement of the captain who played the World T20 final and also the Asia Cup final 2 years back. Yes, recently they haven't played best of their cricket in the last Asia Cup, which is definitely is not a good time to have a little slump in your form, and of course India on the other hand peaking at the right time. But I think in my opinion, Pakistan has every ingredient. If they really can play it up to their potential, they can definitely can be the team to watch in the World Cup, because you have top three very consistent quality top order players. You have now good backup players in the middle order. You have a quality bowling line. Yes, the Naseem Shah absence I think will be very heartbreaking for all of us, because we want to see a sensational young fast bowler to bowl in the World Cup arena. But definitely, it's a very very unfortunate he's not in the squad because of injury. But I think Babar Azam reflecting Pakistan's mindset. I think he knows that Pakistan has the capability. But as I'm talking about, I think the biggest hurdle for them will be to play in India in front of big house. Packed house stadiums. Of course, you can understand that Pakistan-India political, differences, and of course the political, the background, and of course you're talking about the Pakistan-India match in Ahmedabad in front of 100,000 people. So I think more than the skills, I think the mental and the psychologically how you are ready for this. I remember 2011 Mohali semi-final, Pakistan were cruising.
Right.
They were cruising to win the World Cup, but suddenly 2-3 wickets have fall, and then the pressure do funny things, and Pakistan lost the match eventually, and India won the match very easily in the end. But I think this Pakistan team, yes, Naseem Shah absence is a big blow for them. But I think they have the ingredients to test the best team in the world.
Is Hassan Ali a right replacement for Naseem Shah?
If you're talking about the World Cup, if you're talking about the bowler like Naseem Shah, the caliber he showed, the performances, the skill level, I think unfortunately we didn't groom any youngster for the role.
True.
So that's why you have to bring Hassan Ali after 2 years of his one-day international absence. I think maybe it's a chance for Hassan Ali to shine, because former world number one bowler, led Pakistan to 2017 Champions Trophy title, and he has that sort of personality, then energy. I'm sure every cricket fan understand how Hassan Ali bring energy to Pakistan team. He's not only a good bowler but also a very good competitor in field. He is a good utility batsman down the order as well. Not considering as all rounder, but I'm talking about his spirit and his ability to compete with the opposition. So I think in this given circumstances, I think Hassan Ali is not a bad choice, because he has experience. He didn't play much cricket in the last few months. He is fresh. The only thing I think will be tested is how he will cope with the pressure, how he'll perform in the absence of Naseem Shah, because Naseem Shah and Harith Rauf and Shaheen Shah just 15 days ago were considered to be the world's best attack, and suddenly Naseem Shah injury changed all. But I think Hassan Ali is not a bad replacement.
And they've also got a great bowling coach there in Morne Morkel, who is keeping the guys in great shape. Abdul, it's always hard to pick who's going to be the winner. Who do you pick are going to be the final four sides in the World Cup?
Definitely Pakistan is one of them. But I think on a serious note, this cricket World Cup, I think, going to be the most competitive World Cup for 2 years, because the 10 teams, the 10 best team in the world, there is no round of Super 12 or maybe 16 like the T20 World Cup.
But
it's a business art from the word go.
Come on, don't avoid the question. Who's going to be the final four?
Okay. Well, in my opinion, Australia, England, Pakistan and India.
Pakistan,
Fair.
India.
So you don't think New Zealand can make it to the top four?
New Zealand and South Africa, I think their past records of not winning the big matches, although the New Zealand, this current side under Kane Williamson is their one of the best sides they ever had, because they won the ICC Champions Trophy first time. They came very close to win the World Cup. But I think their real big test will be to play against the likes of Pakistan, India, even Afghanistan, even Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. Don't forget that this World Cup is happening in India, and Australia, England, South Africa, and New Zealand. I think they historically they didn't play well in India, especially the spin department. So I think this is going to be the real test of them. Even don't discard the teams like Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. They may not win the World Cup, but I think they have the ability to do one or two upsets and spoil the party.
Yeah, I think Australia, the way we're playing, might struggle to make that 4, and it could be New Zealand or Sri Lanka that step in. But we do appreciate your time this afternoon. We know you're busy. Abdul Ghaffar, the sports journalist and the head of sports for Dawn News. Thank you very much for joining us here on Talk 100.3.
Pleasure, guys.